Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I want to look at my team, seeing how well they performed in Game Week 8, and we'll move ahead to Game Week 9. Now, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like on the video as it helps my channel out a lot. So here we go. So for Game Week 8, I activated my wildcard and I got 57 points, above the average of 50, and I gained around 100k, so I'm around the 562,000 in the overall ranks, which is not bad, but I wish I got more. But looking at my previous team, it wasn't good enough. I couldn't get a starting 11. I needed to take a couple of hits, and even that, I wasn't happy with the team, and I would have lost a lot of value as well. Yeah, there was just so much issue. So what I did is activated it in Game Week 8 instead of Game Week 9 to plan for 9, 10, 11 and 12 at least. Because around Game Week 12, that's where a lot of other FPL managers out there that still got their wild card is going to use it there. So I need to make that adjustment so I can attack it again. And so also there's going to be a lot of transfers and a lot of shift in the template, let's just say. So 57 points above the average. It's okay. It's not bad. Green arrow, we'll move on, right? So this was my team, and as you can see, I don't have any Liverpool players, and that's the strategy that I'm going to go with. And as you can see, the only big issue here is I didn't play Maddison, who's got 7 points. I just thought, Mitrovic and Andreas against Nottingham Forest, I thought that was going to be a big game, for them to score a lot of goals in, and they did. They scored a lot of goals, but they didn't even return one. So let's just go through the team because we need to look at Game Week 9, and plus I'm not really feeling that well as well, so I'm going to try making this video a little bit short than usual. Nick Pope and Trippier went for both of the defense of Newcastle, because I just thought to myself, a lot of people's going for Trippier. If they're going to get a clean sheet, let me just get Nick Pope as a little bit of a differential. That did not pay off right now. Kept Cancelo, as you can see, 9 points, and I'm glad that I did. Now, my fifth kind of defender, I was looking around and I couldn't really figure out which defender I would want to go with. So Kufal 4.4, made the money because I got zero money in the bank right now. I went with him because of the fixtures, and sometimes a team needs a fixture to actually get some returns. That's why a lot of us went with Bowen. A lot of people who wildcarded went with Bowen. It's not paid off so far, but we're gonna at least give him these 2 games and then see what happens. And these 2 games, Wolves at home and Fulham at home, it's actually really good for West Ham to start picking up some points. Yeah, that's why a lot of people went with him. I just try to stay with the template because the template has worked out for me so far, and I'm trying to keep up with the game and then make some movements and hope that some of my differentials will pay off. So I kept Martinelli because his price is fantastic, and I bought in Saka, even though doesn't have a fixture in Game Week 12. I just thought this fixture against Brentford is going to be a good one, and it was. They beat them, 3-0. And Saka got 2 assists. That's perfect. A little bit of a differential as well, because a lot of people had him early on, but then dropped him, and now he's 11%. So Mitrovic, Haaland was my captain, obviously. And and the big shift here is bringing Harry Kane. And Harry Kane is basically the person that's holding the cash for me to go and get Salah. So I'll go through the transfers in a second. Yeah, the other big issue here, and the thing that I made a mistake in, is benching Maddison against Tottenham. So I could have got that additional 7, so 6 points or something. So yeah, that would have definitely helped out. So I would have been around the 300k mark maybe, because it's still close. Anyways, not a bad score, because a lot of people was around here. They're around 60 or 65. If you got 70 to 80, then they got an incredible score. So looking forward now, obviously I haven't looked at the press conference right now. it looks good for my team, so I kind of survived the international break. So my plan is to bank the transfer in game week 9. In game week 10, I want to remove like Saka or something to go and get Zaha for Crystal Palace, because it's got a very good fixture at home against Leeds. The next fixture is against Leicester, and the other one is Wolves, and so on. So, you know, Crystal Palace has got really good fixtures, and I want Zaha because he's actually still cheap, and he's on penalties, and there's a good run for Crystal Palace. The other thing is, like, my plan is to bank the transfer. That means I'll have 2 free transfers in game week 10. Use one of my transfers to make that move to bring in Zaha. So remove Xhaka for Zaha, just like this. I'll do this. Let's see if I can actually do what I wanted to do. So I'll just bring Zaha like this. I got 0.6. Okay. I still have 2 free transfers. I'm hoping that I don't have any injuries, of course. Now, in game week 11, I need to make a decision because I might need a little bit of money to kind of help me out in game week 12. So what I'm going to do is actually, I could burn the transfer, but I think I want to go for another, like a Crystal Palace defender. Now, just probably going to go with like the cheapest one that actually plays and starts, because these fixtures are very good, and I'm hoping that, you know, Crystal Palace will keep a clean sheet. I will still have 2 free transfers, and this is where, you know, Manchester City and Arsenal's fixtures are blanking, right? They're playing against each other and they don't have a fixture. And this is where I want to make that move, where I want to bring Salah back into the team. Now, the question is, who do I want to remove? I guess I'll have to bench Martinelli, Cancelo and Haaland. So I'm just going to have a quick look, right? Probably it's going to be Bowen. You know, I'm going to give him that chance to actually see if he's going to do well and get Salah in. And I got 7.3, and I go to, I don't know, a Newcastle striker. I could go cheaper, and hopefully, you know, one of the Newcastle strikers is good to go, because their fixture in game week 12 is against Everton, Tottenham, Aston Villa. Not too bad, but I haven't made my final decision on this yet, because I could downgrade my third striker and get that money to start upgrading other players. So something like this to bring Salah back and then start captaining him, because, you know, I mean, I'm not going to start captaining, but if you look at these fixtures, Nottingham Forest away in game week 13, in game week 14 is Leeds at home. Very, very good captain option as well if we don't want to captain Haaland. I'm pretty certain that we're going to captain Haaland anyway, but I still want these 2 big hitters in my team. So that's something that I'm thinking about, and banking the transfer in game week 9 is going to definitely help me out to plan that out properly. Hopefully, all I have to do is hope that I got no injuries, because that would change a lot of things. So looking at the team, I've got Nick Pope in goal against Fulham. Trippier as well. I could play Ward, but there's kind of talks that he might be, you know, might be dropped. So I'm just going to go for it. You know, hope for the best. If the clean sheet gets wiped, hopefully Trippier will get an assist or a goal, and Pope will get a lot of saves. I've got James that is going to play against Crystal Palace, Cancelo against Manchester United. I've got Saka and Martinelli against Tottenham, and I've got obviously Arsenal. Not Arsenal, Spurs player here, Kane. So this fixture is massive for me. I've got 3 players in this fixture, and I really, really need them to actually go big and return, because I am afraid of Salah and Trent on what they could do to Brighton. But looking at the team, it's actually pretty strong, you know, overall. So that's why I'm hoping that this game is a high scoring game, because then, you know, if I look at my other players like Bowen against Wolves and Maddison against Nottingham Forest, I think these fixtures are good for them to get a return. So I'm just going to hope that I start off really well with the early kickoff. I got Bowen against against Wolves. Look, we went for it. We took a risk. We're going to see what happens. And we've got Maddison here that's got a fantastic run that could get some returns in this, at least in the next 4. 3 of them is at home. Yeah, we will see. I might even go and get another Leicester City player, really. Just take that gamble. That is pretty much it. Haaland's going to be my captain because he's going to be the highest owned captain in game week 9. Mitrovic there. I'm hoping that will be a high scoring game as well. It's fine. But yeah, I got Kufal on the bench that could help me out if there's some injuries to my players, because I want to actually play him. So we will see. I'm going to bench Andreas, even though he could get a return, but it looks like he's not taking all of the set pieces. And I got Williams on the bench that I don't really want to play. So that's about it, guys. I'm going to try my best to bank the transfer game week 9 and start bringing the players that I want to start building the team again. But I'm pretty happy with it. The only player that I'm afraid of is, I guess, Kevin De Bruyne and Salah. So those are the 2 players. If they blank, then perfect, right? And I'm going to hope that the Arsenal versus Spurs game is an explosive game. There's like 5-5, like so many goals. And I'm going to hope that I'll get some big returns for my free players. So that's my kind of the plan that I have for game week 9. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoy that. Give the video a like, as it helps my channel out a lot. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.